Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. Basket's good.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine. The way that scoreboard's going to light up. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent. Well, you know, if you ask me, Aaron Gordon is clearly one of the best dunk contests to never win the crown. I mean, he put up unreal performances in 16, 17, and then again in 2020.
Porter to pass to Gordon. Drives to the hoop. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And whenever there's an opportunity to drive, Gordon just flies to the rim. Great quickness, breathtaking quickness.
When we look back at Aaron Gordon in those contests, he narrowly lost in 2016 and 2020.
And you know, Brian, that 2016 duel between Gordon and Zach LaVine was epic. One of the best I'd ever seen. In 2020, Derrick Jones Jr. just beat out Aaron. It wasn't that Aaron lost. Derrick Jones Jr. just won it. Both guys got 50s in the last round.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
The drive by Porter. Gordon on the wing. Pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by Bazley.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Takes the three.
Oh, shit, man, come on. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
This season playing the Thunder.
Last year, as expected, they had very little trouble against these guys.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. This is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Gordon outside. Back to Barton.
The fuck kind of shit there, man?
Going to the line for 2.
That shit was big, man. That's fucking trash, man.
And you can't try to rough up Barton. You can't
He's
very good at using his body against yours to draw foul.
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Pokuševski's checked in for Bazley. Williams comes in for Wiggins. Dort, he's checked in for Robertson. And it's man.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Alexander. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Cousins, he's checked in for Jokic. Najee comes in for Gordon. Morris, he's checked in for Porter Jr. And Campazzo subbed in for Murray. He hits the second from the line. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
That's not too difficult with DeMarcus Cousins now. I like that he doesn't settle for the layup there. Instead, throws it down.
Dort's shot is good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The 3-ball. He can't get it to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets ahead, leading by... And Nikola Jokic, the 2021 league MVP.
That has to work, you know, every day.
Grant, that love for the game makes those long hours fly by.
Boy, are you telling the truth, B.A. I mean, his love and passion for the game of basketball is something you see every time he takes the court.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. They've got Monte Morris. Also, Facu Campazzo out there. And it's Cousins in at the 5, down low. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, how do I put this? Nikola Jokic, not the most chiseled physique. He said when he first made the NBA, there were no muscles. None. Now I have a couple, he said. To be honest, I like being a little bit heavier because guys are pushing me. I need that weight. It's funny they say, quote, he's not even in shape. I'm playing in 80 games, and they still say it. Brian.
What the fuck?
Joker indeed, Allie. Thanks for that. Pass to Campazzo. Williams against Morris. Pulls up. The Thunder pull it in. And after this game wraps up, they're off to New York to take on the Knicks. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Count it. Good. So Dort got his second bucket on the night. And we're seeing teams pick up the pace. Something you set the trend for in Phoenix, Grant. Why do you think that's becoming more prevalent?
Great question. I mean, in today's game, we're all about the analytics, and that has shown that you shoot a higher percentage earlier in the shot clock. So it makes sense to push the tempo and see what you can get early.
A line change here for Oklahoma City. And a new group getting ready for the Nuggets.
Sixth in rebounding. And when we talk about blocks, they weren't very good. In the bottom third of the NBA, to be exact. A category they really want to improve going forward.
And they were a solid rebounding team. As much as possible, they tried to set a physical tone in their games. He hails from a small town in Serbia. Jokic played basketball, but also a number of other sports that he credits for his current skill set.
Yeah, he says water polo helped with the one-hand passes, and volleyball helped with the tip-ins. And the harness racing, well, who knows? But he was obsessed with it.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that one falls. His fifth basket in 7 tries.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Murray, and he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
That one falls.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Here's Morris. Tipped. And he recovers it. Goes back up. No luck on that one. And Oklahoma City will go the other way with it. Here's Giddey. And he hits it to tie the game.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
This is a fellow who can fill it up. When Gilgeous-Alexander gets rolling, it throws the opponent's defensive plan into disarray.
What
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They stayed within arm's reach in that opening period. 5 points, their largest deficit. And so far, they're out in front. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Patrick Patterson is out there with Darius Baisley. And then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Jokic passes to Murray. And that one good.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal. You know, watching Murray develop over the last 5 years and change, I tell you what he's doing really well and a much better job of is letting the game come to him, not forcing it, just being ready to step into whatever is needed.
On the wing, Barton. He's got 5. Such a wide open look. Barton's got 7 points.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And Clark, listening to Murray talk about his upbringing, he said, "I grew up very disciplined."
Yeah, it's obvious in how he plays, B.A. He studied Kung Fu as a kid, so you know that helps with calmness. Learned to meditate early, so he's got a real presence and centeredness about him. His dad would make him do push-ups in the snow to increase his pain tolerance and that mental toughness.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
For the Nuggets, Cousins, he's checked in for Jokic. Najee comes in for Gordon. And Campazzo subbed in for Jamal Murray. Here's Maledon. Williams on the wing. He tries for three. And Maledon hits from deep. A minute 35 left in the third quarter.
Thunder foul. Come on. Bullshit.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Barton outside. Knocks down the long J. Barton's got 7 points here in the quarter.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
And that one's good. Maledon.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Pass to Najee. Outside Porter. 59 seconds left in the third quarter here. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cousins. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. So he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
You know, Cousins was part of the U.S. national team that won gold back in 2016. He said it was always a dream to play for his country, and when he got the chance, he didn't waste it.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Maledon for 3. Oh, the Thunder, another 3. Here's Barton. He's got 12. Inside. Here's Najee. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Maledon for 3.
Shit, Maledon, what the fuck?
Denver in the lead. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Campazzo. Cousins with it. From outside the arc. Najee, good. He's got 5.
Very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the Nuggets making a change here. Oklahoma City has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Williams on the wing. Back to Wiggins. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Wiggins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. From deep 3-point range. No good on the buzzer beater. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Nuggets ahead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, and everything you want in a point guard.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Denver, Morris and Murray are your 1 and your 2. Then there's Aaron Gordon. Then there's Nikola Jokic. And it's Najee in at the power forward position. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the basket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Wiggins, no good. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., and there's a chance to extend that right here.
And it's Morris penetrating. Off with the layup. Oklahoma City has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Here's Dort going inside. Tries again. Baisley, good.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. And he banks in the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Dort's shot is good.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Now a timeout called by Denver. They're up by 1. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. Michael Porter is checked in for the Nuggets. Barton comes in for Murray. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Guys, thanks a lot. I had a chance to hear what Mike Malone was saying to his team. He said, quote, "This one isn't over. Those guys will come roaring back. We have to be ready. If something doesn't go our way, don't dwell. Just move on to the next play." Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 15 left in the final quarter. Jokic passes to Gordon. The kick out to Barton. Now Morris. Pass to Jokic. 5 on the clock. Buries it from deep.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 2. 59 seconds left in the fourth. All right, time now to present our new balanced player of the game, Will Barton.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there.
Really, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Most players can only.
They got it.
Porter's shot is off. Here's Williams. And it's good. A huge shot to tie it up. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Gordon can't hit.
Tough miss, especially since the defense wasn't that strong. I mean, he needs to cash in from there.
Maladon attacking. And so he crosses to the line to shoot a pair. Will Barton picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
Old school D right there, just telling him no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws. But that was excellent work in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Denver. They're losing by 2. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Muscala. And it's Jokic missing. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? You missed at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
Murray passes to Porter. They grab their own miss. From deep. And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
Taskmaster burst the bionic zit splitter. Break next speed all day, and some say they ain't productive. Could that depend upon the demon that you're stuck with? Cause right now, I see clearer than most. I sit here contented with this cheese on toast. I feel the pain of a third world famine. Said wait, we count them blessings and keep jamming. Tis him. His worth was nil until he gained the skill of tongues. From 15 years young, straight to my grayback self, I stay top shelf material. Jerk chicken, jerk fish, break away slave bliss. Generate G's and then we stash them in the Swiss. Fools can't see this. Under your a fist full of hip-hop duns, I progressing in the flesh. Esoteric quotes most frightening. Duppy took a hold of my hand while I was writing. Leg on me tinged up and leg on me and I summon up the power of Banana Clan. Witness the fitness, the Gruffington liveth. One hope, one quest. Witness the fitness, the Gruffington liveth. One hope, one quest. Witness the fitness, the Gruffington liveth. One hope, one quest. Witness the fitness, the Gruffington liveth. One hope, one quest. Now we there burning boots, set them spirit them loose. Go ahead. With conclusive proof about the truth, the right. Cause whether we hitchhike or push bike or travel kind of trash. Manifest that with oats and roots rap. Manifest that, yeah, I do my zing way. Ain't nothing else I know. Gone up in the life with this racket bone flow. Squeeze the pain from my belly and set my soul free. Travel over ocean, land and sea. Face enough stress and difficulty. Flung back from the brink, whining kinda stink. We don't give a gift about what them fools think. If your network, our network will speak for itself. Proof. For the trophy and the champion belt. Come sun, come rain, come hailstone pelt. Witness the fitness, the Gruffington liveth. One hope, one quest. Witness the fitness, the Gruffington liveth. One hope, one quest. Witness the fitness, the Gruffington liveth. One hope, one quest. Yeah, wanna see me with some old time. Let the old world know he's on some off-key tip. Mega manic. When time the pressure stops.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Stars Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't. Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation. And for a look, DA taking over.
Thank you, Kevin. The Phoenix Suns have become a...
It's rugged, tough road, David. No question about it. Thank you. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward spot. And for Phoenix, the star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. JaVale McGee is out there with Ayton. And it's Holiday in at the 3. You know, Steve, you look around the league, a couple teams already suffering injuries, testing that depth early on.
Yeah, Kevin, because they came into the season with high hopes, it's really a test of their mental resolve as well.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
There's the pass to Barnes. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They played with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes. Van Vliet against Paul. Shoots off the step back. Van Vliet with the bucket.
To counter the size deficiency, Van Vliet has developed an insane number of moves inside.
And along with production, this team really thrives on Van Vliet's leadership.
He sets a great example with his toughness, his dedication, And his teammates believe in him and believe they're going to win, partly because of him.
Siakam's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Van Vliet against Paul. Van Vliet can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And the dunk by Booker.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive.
Van Vliet finds Trent. Back to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work. Gets the most out of his teammates and has done that wherever he's played.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix.
Around the same I've been around, so of course I endorse my from the north side. It's a steam team, got poor side. Get it to do it. Of course I gotta push my opinion on it when you are bad.
Oh, bro, that groovy. Hey.
Pull strings like a guitar, G-star jeans on my sneakers. I'm a real soulful. I look good, you should shot your speakers. Ferguson days on Castro, wasn't no cash flow, but I'm good for the arts, I'm Dr. Shows. I'm good for your heart, let me snatch your soul. Hey, look at what do for the cash and take. They'll be right across your head like it's Ash Wednesday. You got 2, just get off your like your this fake. You can't sit, and if we ain't siblings, then I can't relate. Today, I'm 8-6, I run. I got it jumping like pump fade. I don't need nothing but one take. I'm from the part of the city where you keep them like 1+8. Our politician. We do it like a small town wager. I'm the dropout major. Success stories I favor. Used to cover my scars out here trying to cover the fader. Yeah, Pro Tools, knobs, and the faders. Tell Assalamu alaikum. You ain't bout static like AM radio. Ain't even playing. I put my heart in my all in my art. I'm arting it. All of them are the same. It's harder to tell them apart some days. I thought I'd call them out all together rather than waste the amount of bars it'll take for me to call them out by name. Caught a glimpse of the alternate world I've introduced to you via the studio. Got them studying on mixtape. I'm from the hood like my mama, put that on my mama. I laid the law down like Parliament, all this with a pen and page.